YouTube? It's All Day Anthony, and today we are in the garage. We got the Evo here, Speed Triple, Broken Ruckus, and my roommate's Daytona 650. And in the middle of all that, we have a Speed and Strength one-piece leather motorcycle suit, which is pretty much what I wanted to make the video about. This isn't really going to be a full-fledged review or anything, but more or less just kind of like an open discussion on whether or not buying a full leather suit or full leathers, if they're worth it, if it's worth the purchase. 2 months ago, I was in the market for a new pair of motorcycle pants. I was pretty much just rocking jeans up in the mountains and the twisties, and I felt like that wasn't really sufficient enough to protect my lower half in the worst case scenario of a crash. So I started doing some research online, started doing shopping to really only realize that motorcycle pants are expensive as shit, man. They're at least 150 bucks for a decent pair that, you know, have some knee protection and some hip protection. So I was sitting there and I had stumbled across one of Cycle Cruise's videos pertaining to motorcycle gear, and I saw the whole kind of one-piece suit discussion, you know, on whether or not it's like a douchebaggy thing to have or whether or not it actually serves a purpose. So I started thinking about it, and I started trying to, I guess, justify a purchase of a one-piece suit, because I don't really have a track around here, but we do track days. A lot of people go down to Utah to the Miller Raceway to do track days down there, and so I was thinking maybe for the future, if I bought a one-piece suit, if it would make sense, or just for taking up in the mountains. You know, if I'm riding up the mountains at least once a week, or, you know, at least a couple times a month, whether or not a suit would pretty much be beneficial to me. Like, would I get my money out of it? Is it worth it at that point? And so that's kind of where this whole thing started, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Like, was it worth it? Is it worth it? You know, is it a ton of money to have a one-piece suit? Like, is the whole setup with the boots and the gloves and everything else, like, is that going to break the bank? So that's pretty much today's topic. So, like I mentioned, I was pretty much on the edge of just buying motorcycle pants or going all out and getting a full suit. And that's kind of when I started thinking to myself, you know, how often am I going to specifically wear this pair, you know, a pair of motorcycle pants in comparison to jeans? And if I'm specifically going up to the mountains to ride the piss out of my bike and really push myself, then why would I not just jump into a one-piece suit and know that I have that full level of protection? So that's kind of where this whole thought stemmed from, and it really kind of sparked my interest. So I did some research and I did start looking at suits, and really this Speed and Strength is the one that caught my eye. Not just because visually it looks good, but just because of the price. I was on Revzilla and I added it to my cart, and the total was, I think, around 450 bucks for the suit in my size in this cool black color. And I was pretty much ready to place that order, but something kind of told me, like, yo dude, like, maybe you should shop around a little bit more, see if you can find this suit on another site, since it was considered a clearance item. So after shopping around for another couple minutes, I stumbled across a site called Sport Bike Track Gear. That's kind of a tongue twister, but anyway, so Sport Bike Track Gear had this exact same suit in the exact same color with a handful of other sizes and even a handful of other colors for, get this, $299 shipped, which I was like flabbergasted. I didn't know what to do. I was like, is this right? Is this not right? And yeah, dude, it must have been a sign from God or some shit, because it was $150 less than Revzilla, and at 299 bucks, how could I not buy it? I mean, that's literally the cost of some motorcycle jackets alone, you know, let alone an entire suit from top to bottom with knee pucks. So at that point, man, I just went ahead and placed the order. You know, ordering a suit online is kind of hard because you don't really know what sizing is going to work for you, but I went off the size chart and it ended up being pretty damn close. I am just a little under 6'1", about 200 pounds with an athletic build, and I went with a size 46, and it fits me absolutely perfect. I have just the littlest amount of wiggle room, but it still does fit me extremely well. So I'll go ahead and cut to a video of how it fits. So like me, you guys are probably wondering, what kind of quality are you getting out of a suit that costs $299? And I don't blame you for thinking that, because that's what I thought. However, right when I opened it up in the mail, I was pretty much lost for words, man. I was amazed at the quality of this suit for the price. And that's pretty much what everybody else has said about the suit in the reviews and the videos I saw online. But I'm not going to be doing like a full review on this quite yet, because I still want to put some more time in it. But as you can see, we've got a Velcro strap right here, which goes down to a heavy-duty zipper. You have a TPR logo right here with foam inserts in the chest. You have a back protector in the back, a CE back protector that kind of just slides right in there. We got some TPR logos on the side with some shoulder pads up in the top here. You have some forearm protection, I think, which is more CE armor. And then on the inside of the arms, you have ventilation, and then you have perforation right here on the inside of the arm, right here on the front of the chest, and then on the outside of the forearm there. And then going down, you have stretch panels at the knees with more TPR logos along the thighs, with some badass knee pucks that I actually haven't scraped knee with, and I don't plan on it, but if it happens, badass. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you have even more knee protection in there with some more armor. And then along the back side, I'll see if you guys can see this, but without making too much of a mess, but we have the speed hump right there with the stretch panels along the back of the shoulders, stretch panels along the back right above the ass, and then some more I guess mesh material on the back side of the legs to help it breathe. But I believe it's all 1.4 millimeter cowhide, which is pretty decent from what I've read online. I believe that the MotoGP guys are using much thicker shit, but for the most part, dude, I honestly feel like it could take a bullet. Well, okay, maybe not a bullet, but it could easily take a BB gun and you'd be absolutely fine. And I'm pretty impressed with just the overall quality. It's been insane. So the one thing that I did forget though is after purchasing this suit, I was thinking to myself, all right, so I have a one-piece suit, but I need boots to be able to go up to where the ankles are. Otherwise, my ankles are going to be showing, and that's going to look pretty weird. And then I also needed a pair of gloves, since my normal wrist gloves would basically just meet at the wrists of the suit, and that would also look kind of strange. So I thought, you know, since I already spent money on the suit, why not go just full retard and spend money on everything else? And at this point, I was only invested $300 in the suit, which isn't a lot at all whatsoever. So with me being a bargain guy, I started doing research online, and I am not a big fan of buying used things for the most part, but check this out, dude. I went on Fleabay and I got these ALPINESTARS SMX5 boots for, I think they were $80 shipped, and they were in pristine condition. I mean, I think there was just a little bit of a scuff on one side of one, but other than that, the soles looked awesome. They didn't smell weird, they didn't look weird, but they have this awesome Velcro on the side that just kind of pops open, and I think I have a video of that that'll cut too. And then since I had the boots out of the way, I needed a pair of gloves. So I ended up snagging from a local consignment shop a pair of ALPINESTARS SP2 gauntlet gloves, which were another steal and a half because I got them for 70 bucks. They were brand new and they still had the tags on them. So all in all, I spent 80 bucks on the shoes, 70 bucks on the gloves. That's what, 150 bucks, 300 bucks with a suit. That's a $450 full suit right there.
Alright guys, and on a side note, I just want to say that obviously you don't have to buy this exact same suit to save money. I'm just using it as an example to show you that you can get a suit of decent quality for pretty low cost. The boots and the gloves I outsourced obviously, but a suit itself, you can find tons of other brands out there on websites that are on clearance, sales, or closeouts for a pretty damn good deal as well. And I'm not partial to speed and strength by any means. I just happen to like the way the suit looked, and it happened to fit really, really well.
So, dude, all in all, man, basically what I'm trying to say is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. It's worth it to me. Depending on how you ride or where you ride or what you have available to you as far as twisties goes or mountains go or even a track, if you can justify spending 450 bucks, which is the cost of an expensive jacket, just to give yourself an extra level of protection, then it's worth it hands down. And If you're thinking maybe it's a douchebag thing to do, or you can't see yourself wearing a suit, or it's not how you ride, then, you know, totally fine, dude. It's not you. Don't worry about it. But if you are riding, if you are doing a little bit of some street Rossi action, or if you're doing some track days, then I think that you'd really benefit from a setup like this. So anyways, guys, that's the video I have for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. A little bit different than what I've done before, but thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support. This is All Day Anthony. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Yo.